As we reflect and remember on the first anniversary of the mass shooting, a lot of you probably remember exactly where you were when you got word of what was going on. For Simona Rivas and her family, they had a close call with the shooter, and she remembers every single detail to this day, clear as a bell for her. But instead of living in fear and dwelling on that, she and her family decided to focus on what matters most.
Okay, mommy. Okay, mama.
Sometimes it's the small things we cling to that help us get through the toughest times. A month after the most terrifying experience of her life,
My daughter announced, she told us that she was expecting her first baby. You know, we're excited, you know, we're full of joy.
something so precious, a reminder nothing is more important than family.
You don't take anything for granted. You don't take family time, you know, for granted.
You see, Simona Rivas, her husband and son are lucky. They were here at Cinergy watching a movie when she first got a notification on her cell phone about a shooting.
Of course, you know, you see it, you think automatically, oh, they'll catch him, you know, they'll take care of it.
The message about that shooter, closer than she thought. A little boy in the theater confirmed it when he said police were outside.
We're the first ones at the door, and we see, I mean, police officers. I can't even remember it, honestly. It was so scary. It was just SWAT. And I just remember this woman, she has her gun, and she's telling everyone to leave.
Simona and her family didn't know where to go, so they headed out front. The last theater evacuated.
Literally, the fear, and it's like we couldn't run fast enough. We just couldn't run fast enough to get out of there. And it's just chaos. It was chaos, but it was real calm. It was like the storm was coming. You know, we still don't know what's going on. At this point, we don't know if the shooter's in the building, if he's heading that way.
They make it to their car, only to come a breath away from the shooter.
Right as we pass that intersection, here comes the postal van. And we said, okay, that's got to be him, because they were chasing him. And we had just missed it. I mean, literally just missed it, or he'd have probably ran into us.
Officers blocked the van. Her son Adriel captured what happened next.
They just started shooting at him, and they pulled him out of the van. I mean, we saw the whole thing happen.
If that wasn't scary enough, the reality of what happened really hit hard when her son started talking about what they saw.
He started telling the story, and I kid you not, Crystal, I just had to walk into the next room and just started bawling. Because I thought, this kid just experienced something that I never thought you don't want your kid to experience.
They no longer have this video shot by her son. Like any concerned mother, Simona told her son to erase it.
Because he kept going back to it and looking at it and stuff, and I was like, don't do that. I said, don't look at him. Don't remind yourself of that horrible, you know, the horrible day that we experienced, that we had to go through.
The family is moving on, staying positive. They even returned to Cinergy to go bowling. But to this day, they still haven't sat in a movie theater seat.
We watch movies at home. we haven't gone back, and we probably need to do that just to, you know, get past that. I love you, Mama.
Choosing instead to focus on what matters most, a precious new life.
We're just excited, you know, that we have this little human, this little baby that we stay focused on.
And holding each other close.
We've always been a close family anyway. And so we lift, you know, each other up that way. And so this baby, like I said, she's really just, we're focusing on her. And so we wake up every day, it's like, you know, we've been blessed. We've been blessed.
Simona says she is thankful every single day for her family and continues to pray for the victims and their families and the whole community.